When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right?
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones.
Slam.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. That time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. Another good run there for a guy who
takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
There you go. 49. Lunch 59. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Pick up the ball. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll run it with Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Watch the pass.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Check, check. Lucky.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant. Show it up.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Rock it. Get it.
A give to Kamara running right.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Set, ready, 8, read.
No.
Hey, lock it. Topper.
Jim.
Hey, Alpha.
3rd and 2, Tannehill gets around him. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Yo, 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 yo.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
General West.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Look at me. Zipper.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the 44, Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Under.
On first down, Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's a baby side. Shit. Check 3. Check.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Let's get it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Prescott on 4th down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check. Watch 54. Not today, you are. Not today. Check.
Look. Squeeze. Go.
Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
X3. 218. Chop.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
On the double. Hey, C6.
Watch the slant.
It's Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, what's that? What's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine. Let's go.
Now it's Tannehill. Able to shake it, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Now! Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Cut, cut, cut. Hatchet.
Hey, Sam off.
Here's Tannehill. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He's going to fire one deep over them. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
We got 3.
Give him 30 yards there. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
3rd and long.
Let's go now. 91.
Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
You're out.
Hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
Look at me. Go.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, on 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You're not ready.
Jones. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running right, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Check 52. Kill.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Go on. Go on.
Shift.
Five.
Again, it's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Go.
Right 54. I'm coming.
Leo.
Check hot route. Hot. Switch.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Tannehill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's Tannehill. And he will find his man on the outside. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They run it again with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
High 7.
I'm here all day. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Hey!
54. Mike, 54.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Logan. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check, 59.
On the pickup.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
They run again with Logan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
I got you. 36. Safe. Check.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Matt Gay for the Buccaneers field goal. A 25-yard
Day's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, lock it.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Charles Tapper in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, orbit. Go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Quarterback, go get it.
Ready?
From the gun, here's Tannehill.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 9, check 9.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Tannehill. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Come on. Kill, 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 kill.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill, and Thomas has it. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Tannehill. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again is Tannehill. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. Again, Tannehill. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Bucs on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill.
We're going to 54. Right here.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Out.
Here's Jones. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He'll have a first down past the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Prescott here to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long for Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Prescott. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
54. Mike, 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eli Harrell in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Down. 70. Indy. 54.
Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, zoom. Ready?
Now Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Right there.
One last throw here for Tannehill. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put them.
Go.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Hey.
54. Watch 54. Here we go.
Snap.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that That's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You score the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point
Some
conversion.
sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Bucs, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to